simple fact is plainly obvious to see. We're gonna kick your collective posterior. Of course you realize we're speaking figuratively. Our stats are thoroughly impressive. Our coach really has the might of Slash. Our players are fast and strong and brave and guarded.
Hello and welcome to What Men Can't Pod, a sports movie podcast. It's episode 78. I'm your host Ryan. I'm here with a man who was 27 minutes late to my birthday party. It's Mr. Wally.
Oh boy, how
To be
embarrassing!
fair, I could have sworn the invitation said 5:30. Could have sworn. And then
In
I
that
was
case,
still
you were 3 minutes early. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was actually 8 minutes late.
Still 8 minutes late for 5:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you weren't 27 minutes
I
late.
was
to my-
38
minutes late.
and a guy who was very much on time to my birthday. It's Mr. Bill Cash.
I even stood out front for a minute because I thought I might be there too early. I was not. There was still like most of the party was there when I got there, but
Now,
ooh, that didn't look good.
to be
No, that
fair,
didn't.
you live right next door to the place we hung out, but
I walked. I didn't even drive. I walked all the way there.
yeah, I'm not surprised. We're here to do episode 78. Like I said, we're doing The Sixth
Olivia
Man.
Martin's, okay.
The Sixth Man, which is a college athlete returns from the dead to help his brother's basketball team win the NCAA title. How'd you first see The Sixth Man?
Boy. I would have to venture that it was on TV at one point because I remembered like the premise. I remembered seeing it. The only thing I actually remembered was the very end.
You did say last week that about him disappearing or whatever.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm being honest, this is the first time I've ever seen it. It was when you talked about it last week, it was a vague memory.
Mhm.
I think I was just aware of it. I don't think I ever actually saw it. So this is all new for me.
I think it's new for me too. I'm in the same boat. Like vague memories of the girl, like the love interest girl.
Okay.
RC.
She looked. I remember that like the name kind of sounded familiar,
Yeah.
but she looked completely
I
brand new.
sort of remember her, but maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just thinking of Mo Money.
Possibly.
Wasn't Marlon and Mo Money?
I have no idea. I've never seen that either.
You never seen Mo Money?
I don't even know what it is.
I don't think I know what that
It's a
is.
Wayne-
I've seen
It's a Wayne's Brothers movie where they like
Don't Be a Menace to South Central.
Get caught
while
in, like, a
drinking your
robbery.
juice in the hood. I've seen that.
right.
That's the Marlon Wayans vehicle.
That is a Marlon Wayne's vehicle. Are we going to play a budget game?
I don't know.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay.
What do you estimate this budget would be if you had to guess?
When was it made? 97?
97.
97. Got to have the fans in the crowd. Lots of extras.
Was Marlon Wayans big at this time? Was this one of his early movies?
I
Like
think this is early.
I think this is like he's famous though. Like he's the name
this
of
is
this.
after. 'Cause
He is the man.
He was on. What was it? In Living Color, right?
Yes.
So this has to be after that for sure.
Yes.
Or maybe during it?
I'm gonna go ahead and venture a guess of $12 million.
I'll go $25 million.
All right. Real quick. His biggest movies, Don't Be a Menace was the year before. So
Okay.
he was super famous from that, or sort of famous from that.
Yeah,
You said 25 and you said 12?
I said 12.
You're
We're both over.
Well, now you made it sound like it's 11 based on the way you said that. So I'll venture 11 million.
I will go with $7 million.
11 million is the answer.
Excellent.
Damn it! I should have went with $11 million and
all right.
$1.
What did this movie make worldwide?
Now I will say 7 million.
Uh,
No, he was famous. This had to make more than that.
I'd say $35 million.
I'll stick with 7 just because that's too much.
Bill, you win.
Damn.
Only 14 million.
Wow.
Made money is what you're saying.
It like nothing for how much advertising they probably put into this. Pretty much none.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it.
Not in the theater, certainly. All right. You want to eBay war it?
Okay, we can go
Let's
right
get it out of
there.
the way. Let's wipe it out. Let's get it out of the way. Take a gander at the document.
I
Yeah.
like this.
It's our first ever cassette.
Do you have a cassette player?
Not anymore.
I do not either.
Not
I
anymore.
for sure don't.
For a while, I had like one of the 2-speaker CD, 3 CD
Love
changer,
that
two
The boombox.
2 cassette things.
Yeah.
Too big? No, bigger than the boombox.
Bigger than-
Like my own personal entertainment system
Oh yeah. Okay.
with the 2 speakers that could detach, but you basically just left them where they belong.
All right. This is the cassette soundtrack for The Sixth Man, featuring Doug E. Fresh,
He's the only one I recognized.
Jade featuring Little Ratchet and Vaz,
Wait, Jade sounds familiar. That's
You're thinking Mortal Kombat.
or
maybe.
Marcus Miller,
oh.
Savory Stokely of Mint Condition.
I don't know him as a solo act or as
Okay.
mint condition.
All right, you need a description, I assume.
I would like one.
Yes, please.
The Sixth Man official soundtrack on cassette released by Hollywood Records. Item is used in a good condition. Some wear and scuffs to exterior case. Please be sure to take a look at the pictures to see the exact item you will receive. I would be more than happy to answer any questions you have or may have, or take additional pictures upon request. Thanks for looking. What do you think
Nice,
the
huh?
Sixth Man movie soundtrack on cassette?
I don't
It's
know where to even begin with this, but it's not an autograph, so I'll take it.
I have to go first because I am currently up 15-13.
Okay, go ahead.
Commandingly.
Yeah. I have no read on this at all. Let me get $50.
50.
I'll go $5 then.
Yeah.
You
It's
messed
either-
up.
It's either
You really
way low
messed up here.
or very high.
I
so-
am going to break the news to you, Wally.
It is
Cassettes
way
aren't
low.
worth jack shit.
Not even as a collector. I don't. No.
I didn't go over, did I? I didn't.
No, you didn't go over.
Good, good.
This is a price gouge. $14.24.
Sure.
Why not? $14.24. Six-man cassette. So there you
For
go.
Doug E. Fresh doing a song.
One song from Doug E. Fresh. Oh, boy. All right, Six Man. Let's dive into this sucker.
Let's do it.
We start with the brothers, their kids. One of them's, well, they're both good at basketball. One's more dominant.
Yeah.
The other's more of a facilitator. The main guy blocks a shot and smashes it through the gym window.
Which
yeah,
he blasted this thing.
and it went up.
It did.
It smashes the window, and the dad, who's the coach, says something along the lines of, again, like, how
Yes.
many windows has he broken with block shots? They argue about who should take the last shot, and dad says it should be
Younger brother.
the younger brother,
Ke-
Kenny,
Okay.
who's Marlon Wayans. They call the play. He's like, Dad, I can't make it. He's like, no, you're good. Just try. Kenny goes down. He won't shoot, so even though he has a wide open layup somehow, gives it to his brother, and his brother misses.
This play started with 5 seconds left, right?
Yep. A lot of time.
Yeah. He goes very fast in slow motion, apparently. Because there's a lot of action on the screen.
Wide open, too. Like, no one's covering this guy. But he passes up, and then they miss, and then we see the kids arguing in the driveway, and the dad comes out and says, you guys got to stick together. And then he stops Kenny and says, you got to have faith in yourself. And now we see that they're in college together. They go to the University of Washington, of all places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Huskies.
That was odd to me that they went with the real school and it was Washington.
Yeah, of all the weird, like, I guess in '97, Washington was sort of popular.
I mean, their football team was good, right?
Starting to get better at football and basketball. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But even the coach at one point says, like, we haven't won an NCAA since, like, 1950 or something like that.
Yeah.
They're playing in this college basketball game now, and they throw an alley-oop to win, which is a theme in this movie.
Yes, theme is a good word because they
so
win
many alley-oop
so many
victories.
games.
Yeah.
They go to the stands to celebrate, and we see Dad's not there because Dad's dead. Died of a heart attack.
Did they
Sad.
say heart attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
They celebrate with Mom. Then they party. And they go to this weird club, which looks like, I know this is a 90s trope, but every weird club looks like the Ninja Turtle Foot Clan lair, and this one did too. Like unnecessary fence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is there a fence in this bar?
I was at a bar in Arizona many years ago that had a little stage that was fenced off.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I take that back. The stage was on one side. To go to the bar, you had to sit in a fence. The bar area was fenced off.
Wow.
Because we got a shout out from the band on stage, rocking in the cage.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you were in Roadhouse for a second. Like, I went to a bar where the band was behind a cage, and then I had to become a bouncer.
I mean, if I stayed too later, it probably would have been the case because we
and
were
then you fought
literally on the wrong side of the tracks.
You were.
We asked someone, like, where do we go for, like, to go out? And they told us the other side of the train tracks. Oh. Okay.
Wow, so that's where that phrase comes from.
Yeah.
We see Marlon Wayans at the bar. He's still, like, kind of awkward. He knocks a pitcher of beer over, and it drips all the way into this lady's bag.
Down the entire.
This is her fault
It's
as
her
much
fault.
as his.
It's her fault.
This
Come on.
was like a 20 feet away from him.
It's so far away. She gets mad and walks away.
That's a travel.
Yes, she traveled on her way back outside to her car. Antoine is the main brother who's good at everything.
Okay. This is my big sticking point of the movie.
Already?
This is it. You have a movie with Marlon Wayans deferring to an older brother who's the suave one that everybody loves,
Why do
gets
we
all
not
the
have
girls.
another Wayne?
Why is Shawn Wayans not in this movie? It doesn't make sense that this is the one movie you didn't put them both in together when the character is made for Shawn Wayans to play. Like, did he say no and they just had to shove somebody else into
know.
his character?
Maybe.
This drove me nuts.
This should have
that it was a different guy,
Should
not
have been a Wayans
Shawn
Brothers
Wayans.
movie?
Yeah. This is the older brother is playing Shawn Wayans.
I guess. Well, Antoine is not played by Shawn Wayans. He played by somebody I don't know. Yeah. He always gets the ladies. Kenny doesn't. And
Kadeem Hardison.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So Antoine says, all right, I'm going to pick a girl for you to hit on. I pick her, and it's, of course, Beer Purse Lady.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm not going to win that bet. Like, I'll try because I have a crush on her, but like, she's not going to be happy with me. And then
this dude was in White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, yeah?
The other guy.
Nice. They yell at him, like, go make a move. We find out she's a reporter.
For the school?
The school?
I think for the school. But, like, maybe has an internship with an actual...
How serious is this job, then?
She does have working relationships with the other newspaper
Yes.
writers.
Right. RC is her name. And this actress, I know I've seen before, but I don't know from where. Like, what is her name again? Is she in, like, Love and Basketball or something?
Michael Michelle.
Michael Michelle? I know I've seen her before.
Known for How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's what it is.
ER. Oh, she
New
was on
Jack
a
City?
lot of ER.
She's in ER a lot.
She was in New Jack City. Were you the one that liked that?
Me?
I've never watched it.
I've never either.
No, I'm not a New Jack City guy. That must be Mike.
She was on an episode of MacGyver, or 2 episodes of MacGyver.
The new one or the old one?
The old one.
What
Oh,
the
no,
fuck?
the new one. 2016 to 2018.
The new one. No, the old one. Oh God.
She was on House for 2 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, she did like a Law and Order. She's been all over the place.
She was in Ali with,
Nice.
what's his name? Will Smith.
Homicide, Life on the Streets. All right.
Oh, I love that.
22 episodes that run there.
Sick. Anyway, she's a reporter.
I got to find that. Try to get
Homicide, Life
another-
on the Street?
Yeah.
Great show. Playing at UCLA now. They're awesome. And this movie doesn't understand how bad UCLA got in the 90s. Antoine dunks on an alley-oop and dies of a heart attack in the middle of his dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. He just like hangs in the rim in a bad way.
Then he just
And
And then
drops
pulls
to
a
the
Gillis
floor.
and goes full flat back on the ground.
Yeah, flat back
Jesus.
bump on the ground. That is one of the worst. Like, I've never seen a person get hit by a car in real life, but
I have.
like blasted by a guy.
What was her name? Meg Sedlak got hit by somebody in my class. I don't even remember his
Wow,
Oh.
name. Like
hard.
Yeah, it was the last day of school for the seniors, and they were throwing balloons at each other, and she ran into the street, and he was trying to just like drive, and he nailed her, and he gets out of his car. He's like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like,
You hit a person.
You killed somebody.
She did.
I mean, it was her fault. She ran into the fucking street.
Yeah, you
Don't run
can't
into
do
the
that.
fucking street.
The worst injury I think I've seen in person, the worst thing I think I've seen, luckily I guess for me, is that Gillis dunk. He tried to dunk off the back of someone else.
Yeah.
He ran and jumped off someone's back like while they were laying down. Went to go dunk. Like, he not an athlete in any way. He went to dunk and his hands like slid across the
Caught
front of
the
the
rim,
rim,
slid,
and he went down
and then somehow went
flat,
and then went straight down.
and 10 feet to the ground.
And it was
Just
one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It was
in large part because he was okay.
so
But
funny.
we all just laughed, and he like laid on the ground hurting, going like, "Why are you laughing at me? Like I'm hurting."
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Also, the scariest fall I've ever seen. Washington loses. Antoine dies. Very sad.
Yeah.
He dies on the way to the hospital too. Like,
I was wondering about this because I'm like, okay, it's a Wayne's movie. It should be funny. The trailer is like, oh, crazy ghost. Ha 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 ha. Like, how do they make this not sad? They didn't.
no, they went
didn't,
for it,
which I
like,
think kind of makes it a little better.
It made it. It made it good, in my opinion. Yeah,
It made it a little bit better and not being so over the top with the ghost.
And Marlon Wayans like really went for it, being with the dramatic acting. Like,
Right.
He did a really good job. I was.
He actually
surprised.
did do a very good job, and he's really good in this. All right, they raise a banner for the dead guy. I mean, he wasn't that great. What, did he deserve a banner? I don't know.
He was probably the best thing that came into that college
I don't know.
for 30 years.
They lose a lot. They're losing again. They lose, and Kenny goes and talks to the banner. Says, like, I need your help. You can't just abandon me like this. And RC, it's so weird to say that. The girl is watching.
Yeah.
And then they bump into each other in the rain outside. And she's like, do you need some help? Like, you look like you're lost. And he's like, no, I'm good. We see a practice that's not going very well. The coach is yelling at everybody, like, you're not even, like, what is going on? So Kenny gets mad and he throws the ball up for practice, and the ball is gone. Just disappears. So that's our first clue that we got ghosts going on.
Yeah, it just straight up disappears.
Never falls back to earth. The coach comes,
Unresolved. We never find out what
yeah,
happened
right.
to him.
So I'm looking at trivia, and the first and second ones are about Kadeem Hardison playing the role instead of a Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kadeem was supposed to be Damon's brother in Mo Money. Apparently, he was.
Mo Money.
Yeah.
Great movie.
And then Shawn Wayans was considered for the role of Antoine Tyler. And that's all they go into it.
He didn't
that's all
get
they say.
the role he was born to do.
This was
If he would've
he
gotten
is
the
literally
part.
1 year older than Sean and is always portrayed as, or I mean older than Marlon, and is always portrayed as like the suave ladies man to Marlon's like over the top comedic thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense that it's not him.
Very
So-
weird.
Oh, Damon later stated that his mother made him give this role to Marlon. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Damon Wayans and Marlon Wayans.
Oh, so in Mo Money, Damon says his mother made him give the role to Marlon instead of Kadeem Hardison to play. So this might have been like, hey, we stole this role from you.
Sorry.
Here's this one.
Not as good role. Coach talks to Kenny and says, if you don't figure this out, you're going to get benched. But thanks, coach. My brother's dead. Now you're going to bench me? I need you to take charge of the team. I know you can. And he's like, I don't think I can. We see things are not going well again at practice, and we finally hear Antoine's ghost. He whispers, oh, it's in the middle of the game. We hear his ghost, and then the time's running out. Instead of shooting a shot, Kenny's trying to pass still, but when he passes it, the ball just trickles its way up to the hoop and goes in. It looks super weird. And they win. And immediately the journalists are like, something's up.
Yep.
Steroids. Got to be something. Antoine appears as a ghost, talks to Kenny, and freaks him out. They reunite, and he's like, I'm back to help you win the NCAA tournament, not to learn a lesson. Usually ghosts have, like, some purpose in these movies. He's just like, I want to win the tournament.
Yep.
Like,
very selfish.
You're
this
not
ghost.
alive, ghost. You're the only one who can see me. And then I like this part. I thought this was funny when Marlon Wayans is like, oh, you're back, and you're a ghost. And after he's, like, done screaming, he's like, all right, well, what can we do? We can do pranks. We can do this. Halloween's going to be a lot of fun. He's, like, going down the list, like, no. I'm here just so you can win the tournament. We see him doing weird ghost shit as the coach is trying to give a pep talk. And then it forces Marlon Wayans to spit water all over the assistant coach.
Oh, yeah. He's having a real chuckle fest here.
It's a lot of physical comedy by Marlon Wayans in this.
Every time, I feel like his scenes were the ones where they're interacting and then someone else would walk in and it would be just Marlon in the shot. That was like the Marlon Wayans physical comedy of like being in a headlock by nobody.
Right.
Him walking past the cheerleaders and they throw the girl up and then don't catch her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's walking all crazy. Yeah.
Impressive. That crooked walk was impressive. They help the one guy float in for a dunk after he looks like he's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
Antoine is giving instructions to Kenny, like, this guy wants you to go left. You got to go left, and so he does, but then he goes right. They fight with each other, and then we get another alley-oop winner.
How else are you going to win?
How many of these have you seen in a lifetime, let alone this movie? Then we see some more wins. They're making it to the tournament now. The brothers celebrate together, even though one's a ghost, and everyone looks at Marlon Wayans like he's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
'Cause he's jumping up and down and screaming to no one.
And he's hugging the ghost.
Because he's hugging a ghost. He can touch the ghost. They hold hands several times.
Yeah.
But
Just him.
Doesn't he slap him at one point and his face gets all weird?
Yeah, the very first when he first shows up, he tries punching him in the face.
The physics of being a ghost in this movie are all over the
Right,
place.
because like nobody can touch him except for Marlon, who can, but sometimes his fist goes through him, but sometimes they can hold hands.
But then also sometimes he does like cartoon stuff where his body becomes a balloon.
Yeah,
Like-
right. Oh, he made all his fingers disappear like balloons.
Yeah.
That was like the big first joke.
Yeah.
And this movie sort of has an edge to it. Like this guy dies,
Yeah.
and they say fuck in this movie.
I thought they did. They dropped the one
There's
F-bomb.
one fuck. There's
Yep.
some shits.
Yep.
Some serious shit going on. I thought for sure this dude's gonna pants somebody. First ghost joke.
I really thought.
Why
it
are
was
you
too.
not pantsing someone in the middle of the game?
Especially
Yeah.
the big dumb guy. Who,
Yes.
The very first game. Yeah. At the free throw line, instead
Why
he
are-
inhabits his body. And
This is a
chucks the
Wayans
ball.
Brothers movie. How come no one was pantsed?
Yeah.
That seems like a
They
number one
missed a
thing.
lot of things in this.
The number one thing I would do as a ghost is something with dicks. I think that'd be my first bit. Something weird. You'd see a weird dick in the wild. You'd be like, it's got to be him. God damn it. The big guy. I want to
ZG.
talk about ZG for a second. That big
Um,
guy.
I just right now read something interesting about him.
There's a lot of. He's
The
supposed to be.
Trivia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a fan of Dennis Rodman. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
It's just
No.
like the dyed hair, and he's kind of
Oh,
crazy,
okay.
and they're like, "You're Dennis. You're just like Dennis Rodman, but weirder."
Yeah.
A lot of hate for Dennis Rodman in this movie.
Well deserved. Dennis Rodman was kind of a piece of shit. So
Yeah,
yeah. Well deserved.
Just because he was a
Did we
bad
know-
father
Did
Yeah.
we know it in 1997 beyond he was nuts?
and a bad husband to Madonna or whatever it was.
I mean,
Madonna?
sure. Yeah, he married Madonna
Yes. Okay.
in a wedding dress. He was
Oh,
in
yeah,
he was
yeah,
in a
yeah,
wedding
yeah.
dress.
Okay.
I don't think that lasted very long. Somehow in the middle of all this, we got to have this love story. So he asks out RC.
Yep.
Isn't this like journalism? Aren't you compromised? Like,
Yep.
you can't then write critical articles about the team if you're dating one of the players.
I mean, it's
Like,
student. It's a
if-
student paper.
if she's using him, it might be okay.
You would get moved off of that immediately. That's you're compromised. You can't
Yeah,
write an
like-
objective article anymore.
But
Depends
she's
on
the
her
star of the
true
paper.
feelings.
Who's gonna kick her out?
Yeah.
She hangs out with actual journalists. They can't get rid of her.
Yeah.
I did also laugh, which I have just written down, but I'll do it now. When she talks to that one dude who's in all kinds of movies as that guy,
Yep.
who's like the evil journalist.
Oh yeah.
He goes,
Kevin Dunn, which made me nervous.
yes. Oh, good old Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
He talks to her about like your next steps after you graduate. And she's like, I'm really excited about it. And he's like, if you play your cards right, you'll get into the sporting news. Which I love the sporting
In
news.
'97, Sporting News is
Hell yes.
excellent.
Hell yes. But I don't remember that being on like
No.
a pedestal of like where I want to work. Like Sports Illustrated? Hell yeah. I would have that's
Right.
That's a magazine everyone read. Sporting News?
Which I liked much better, but
I did
yes.
too. Mostly because I like out of town teams and they would write a report on
They
their
had
little team.
everyone, yeah. That's what
Every single blurb.
every team, including hockey, had blurbs.
Yes, I love that about it. I was like, it's like 2 paragraphs, but I can read
But I
something,
got something
about
yeah.
my team.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about Steve Smith.
Okay, yeah.
It was like a breakdown of all of the draft picks, and they were like, Steve Smith has potential, but he's probably just a kick returner. I was like, okay, well, watch out for that. First ever touch in the NFL, kick return for a touchdown. Like, I think I got to watch this guy. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Anyway, he's not.
What?
He's not.
Yeah, but there's a backlog. He'll
How-
get there.
How long has he been eligible?
Only a couple of years now.
Like, aren't they still waiting to put Marvin Harrison in?
Oh,
He's not in, but he murdered someone
Did he?
allegedly.
Marvin Harrison?
Yes.
What?
No.
Allegedly, he was involved in the murder.
Well, that doesn't
Like-
matter. Ray Lewis is in.
Okay. Is Ray in?
Really? Yeah.
He's got to be. How is he not?
I
Let's see.
mean, because he must be in because Terrell Suggs was eligible this year, and Suggs didn't get
T-Sizzle.
in, which I think is whack. How Suggs did not get in? He was
Because
great
there's a
for, like,
backlog.
He was great for like 19 years. All right. Anyway,
Eli Manning didn't even get in this year, okay?
are you going to be excited about that when he does?
I don't think I'm going to care
You
at
have a
all.
weird relationship.
I don't
with
think I'm going to
your
care
team.
one way or the other.
Your team is weird.
Well, what's frustrating now is that the Jets are actually trying to out-Giants the Giants by saying things like, even though we're still in March, Justin Fields is our starter.
Okay.
Why, Jets?
That's not a great plan.
No, it's not. But they're trying to somehow out-Giants the Giants.
Let me
The
just
Giants-
search by name. Like, why would they not have a search by name function for the Hall of Fame?
Who
Like,
knows?
that's fucking dumb.
Kenny says awkward stuff every time Antoine's around, and they fight all the time. And all the team members are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he says, "I'm doing Kong Chi." And no one believes him. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And he says, "Antoine's a ghost."
Yep.
And they're like, "Okay,
Oh, they're like, oh,
You're
all right.
insane then. Okay.
okay." And then Antoine turns on all the showers and flickers the lights and
Does ghost stuff.
does some ghost things
Elvira
to convince them.
Wayans.
He helps the short guy dunk. That's how they fully believe. Like, all right, well, if your brother's really here, tell him to make him dunk.
Marvin Harrison is in.
Oh, he is.
Marvin's in, but
okay.
he also is a murderer.
Devin Hester is
allegedly.
in.
Yeah, Hester's in.
Yeah.
Greatest
he's
kick returner of all
returner.
time.
Yeah.
So the short guy dunks. Then he puts himself into the scoreboard, and they can see his face in the scoreboard, and he's like, "Bleh." It scares the living shit out of him.
Yeah, they can see him there.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can they see him there? I don't know.
That's what I mean. The ghost physics are all over the place in this.
Ghost physics makes no sense. You know who was awesome in this though? Dickie V.
Oh my god,
Dickie
Dickie
V.
V.
he was so good.
He did his whole shtick. Where he's
I-
like a PTP, a primetime player,
A diaper
a dandy. He just went through all of his catchphrases.
Yep, just get it in.
Get them all out of there.
I like how
Get
the
your stuff
other
in.
announcer was just like
Get
looking
your
at him.
stuff in,
Yeah.
Dickie V. We're gonna miss Dickie V when he's gone because
Yeah.
there is
Oh, yeah.
never gonna be another guy like that. This is like the year of like all those people dying, with like Bob Uecker dying and Bill Walton last year, and
Yeah.
eventually we're gonna lose Dickie V, and someone we probably complain about for most of our lives, but I mean there's not gonna be another Dickie V
No.
ever. That
Nope.
guy's nuts.
Yeah, he is insane.
He's gone babyface for me.
Ray Lewis is in
Yeah.
fact in.
I don't love him, but I do like him.
I think I was annoyed by him for a lot.
The
of
one that
night.
annoys me is Bill Rafferty and his
Oh, God.
onions, a little kiss.
Just a kiss.
That guy annoys me, and he still is like the main dude.
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
Bill Rafferty. Ugh. All right. Anyway, the big man who they yelled at for taking a 3 earlier. Obviously, Dirk is still 1 year away from coming to the NBA, where
Yeah.
that would change everything. You can't shoot threes; you're never going to make them. So he gets to shoot a 3 and makes it here, and everyone's like, just as weird as like any physics that the Ghost makes happen is a 7-foot dude making a 3 in this movie.
Yeah.
That's how.
A short white guy dunks, and a tall white guy hits a 3.
That's how bizarre it was for a 7-footer to make a 3.
I mean,
Even though Manute Bol was doing it.
did he?
Yeah, Manute Bol would shoot a couple.
What's his name? Sabobus would step out occasionally, wouldn't he?
I don't know if he ever shot.
Abibas
threes.
Sabobus.
I love that guy. There's a bad guy on the other team. They possess him. They make him do weird shit, like get in fights with people and cause fouls.
Is he the one that threw? They made him throw the ball
Yes.
at the free throw. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He then pushes Kenny. No foul called.
Yeah.
Antoine, he steals the ball, and they think they're going to lose. But then Antoine makes his ghost abilities go into the ball to scare the shit out of this guy.
His face shows up. Yeah.
His face shows up in the ball. and
Get
then
your hand out of my eye.
they turn it over, and then they win, and a celebration. Antoine says, "Let's go to the cemetery so I can get laid." Okay.
Yep.
Very
See?
weird joke.
Would have been funnier if Sean Wayne said it though.
That's true. Kenny says, "I can't do that. I have to go on an actual date." And he's like pissed off.
Yeah, he is.
He's like going on this date. Like, this is a bad person / ghost. You're a bad person.
Yeah.
Date's going okay, and then Marlon starts to do weird shit. He's freaking her out, so he goes, because of the ghosts, he goes, "I got to go to the bathroom." And then he's talking to Antoine, but another guy's in the bathroom, and it appears that he's talking to his own dick.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yep.
And he says, "I've had that problem myself." And Marlon says, "Your problem is not like my problem. My problem's a lot bigger than yours." And then he goes, "Oh." And then walks away
Shames him. Yeah.
real sad about his tiny dick. And then Marlon Wayne says, "Wait, no. I didn't mean that like that." Oh, my God. He thinks I'm talking about my thing. Antoine fucks with Kenny all dinner long, and the date somehow still is going well.
Yeah.
He says goodnight to her, and fucking Antoine won't let him kiss her.
Yeah.
Which
Why?
is super weird. He's like squishing his face and stuff. Then she goes into her room and says goodnight, and then they argue right outside of her door
Yeah.
about everything. Coach comes out and sees him, and then we hear after that the F word. They said the F word in this, Bill.
It's unforgivable.
Yeah. Why did they use it? It was.
Got to get it in.
It was something like,
Back in the day,
"If you don't want my fucking help, I won't help you," or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. Antoine says it, doesn't he?
yes, a ghost swearing. How dare you?
As he disappears or something. Yeah.
So Antoine says he's going to leave and not help anymore. But, of course, in 1 second, this is all fixed. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got to move this along.
my bad. Okay, I'm good. You're good? I'm good. Montage of winning and shenanigans. We see all kinds of stuff, but no pantsing. He doesn't pull anyone's pants down in the middle of the game.
You really want to see a penis?
I didn't say penis. I said pantsing.
Earlier, you said you want to see a penis.
I said I would do penis stuff if I was a ghost, which is a weird sentence to recite now. But okay. Congratulations for making me say that. Antoine gets someone on his own team a 4th foul. And he's like, tell your brother to stop fucking with me.
Yeah. No, he gets him the 5th foul. He gets him fouled out.
Was he fouled out?
Yeah.
I thought it was only his 4th. They still pull it out. Back home, Mom talks to Kenny about...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I'm not going to... I'll ask you later about the penis thing.
I was going to say, you've stumped. How do I do ghost penis stuff? I'm not sure how to help you with that.
Somebody will know. Right into the show. P.O. Box. Give me your tips. Mom talks to Kenny about, Dad saw the potential in you. Why the fuck isn't Dad back? Like, I was waiting for Dad to be like...
Because he doesn't have unfinished business. This guy's got to win a championship.
I was waiting for Dad to show back up and, like, slap his one son back and ghost son back into shape. Like, stop being a dick. What are you doing? Leave your brother alone. RC sees that there's a ghost on TV and figures it all out by rewinding the VHS tape a lot.
Never touches the ball.
He's like lightning
There's
bolts.
one of the alley-oops. He never touches the ball.
It's like lightning bolts on that game-winning alley-oop.
Yeah.
The team all come in and they say, you know what? It's fucking cheating what we're doing. We don't want to do this anymore. Tell him to stop.
I do like the one guy who's like, tell your brother I'll do it then.
He can
Nobody else wants it. He can.
He can give all the things to me.
Yeah.
I like how
Shut up, I'm trying to get drafted.
one of the guys says he was a ball hog in life. He's even worse as a ghost. So he gets really angry. He's taking a shower? What's going on here?
Yeah, why?
Ghost physics?
Ghost physics.
He's
What
taking a
mess.
shower. He comes out and says, I didn't hear anything anyone said. So they tell him, and he flips the shit. Starts breaking everything in the room. RC talks to Kenny about what's really going on here. Yeah, we're going to make out later, but tell me what I need to do the story real quick.
Yep.
Source who doesn't know they're being coerced here. That's it. Are you in school fucking learning this shit?
It's journalism school.
She talks to Sporting News guy and says, I'm working on my story, but she's got it typed out, written in her hand. This is 97, my guy. Get your laptop out. She's got a laptop in like 9 other scenes.
Yeah, but
She's got it written up. She rips it up and throws it out. She decides she's going to stick with love and not her career. And then I thought, oh, well, he's just going to find that in the garbage. But no, that never happens.
I just watched the dude die. For whatever reason, I had like the webpage up, and the preview just started showing him become
die?
a ghost.
Well, you got to know that going in.
Yeah, otherwise the rest of the preview wouldn't make sense.
I
The
guess.
Husky mascot can't dunk. That's a running gag.
It
in
is.
The whole movie. He can't dunk. Keeps falling. Finally, Antoine decides to help. So he turns himself into a fucking trampoline. What is going on with him? Like, he can possess people sometimes. Sometimes he can't. Sometimes people walk through him. He turns into a trampoline, and the Husky dunks, and everyone goes nuts. We see they're playing Georgetown, which is funny to me that Georgetown is good. Boy, have they not been good for a long time.
Since before this movie, they've
yeah.
been not good.
What was it?
Since-
Iverson?
Iverson left in around this time. I think this character is supposed to be like Iverson.
Yeah.
Because he kind of has...
Oh, is this the
Georgetown player.
Yeah, the one that he gets hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player, and he has a good relationship with Kenny. He's like, I'm sorry about your brother. Let's have a great game.
Yeah.
So Kenny's like, great. Antoine trips and slams him into the backboard, and he falls and injures this fucking guy. And then this guy goes to the hospital. He's so hurt, he goes to the hospital.
Gets him good.
And Kenny's like, they win, but Kenny's like, What
was
the
it, like
hell
a
is wrong
sprained-
with you?
sprained shoulder or
Like
something?
that
like
guy was
yeah.
in surgery for over an hour on
Yeah.
a shoulder.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Gonna ruin this guy's career. He's like, it was totally an accident. You're a ghost,
You
man.
threw the man at the backboard.
You're a ghost. What do you mean it was an accident? There are no accidents when you're a ghost. He says, you're done. If you want to be a part of the team, fine, but you're going to sit on the bench and watch from the bench. So he gets mad. And he's like, no, I want a championship. Like, not to come back to life or do. No, I just want this NCAA.
Unfinished business.
I just want this title. And he's like, I'm gonna win it by myself then. And Marlon Wayne says, all right, then we'll just not play. We'll all just forfeit. We're not doing this anymore. So
Yeah, it'd be a little tough to win it all by yourself when there's no one on the court.
yeah, right. You can't do it. So we go to the big game. It's the championship, and they're playing known lifetime powerhouse UMass.
All right, so I was so confused by this that I had to look it up on like UMass Wikipedia. They were good in the 90s, apparently.
They had what's
They had
his
Marcus
name?
Camby.
Marcus Camby was the reason.
And
they
that was
they
it.
had Calipari as the coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They went
Steve
to the
That
Hey.
was not a very long time.
no,
No.
It was a
Well-
short period of time.
no. He was there for like 8 years. Calipari,
Okay, but they weren't good for all of those 8 years, I don't think.
like early.
He turned them
like,
from nothing into a
He
powerhouse.
turned them into a good team.
and
but
then after
as
Camby left,
soon
he's
as-
like, I got to get out of here too.
as soon as they both left, it was over.
Well, their '96 tournament run was vacated because of some guy taking bribes or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Calipari, so anything's possible. I think he went and coached the Nets right after that. So
Oh.
in time, yes, UMass should be quote unquote good, but it was not a long run there. They're getting killed without Antoine. They're down by 20 at half. The coaches go to yell at them and give a speech, but Kenny finally decides to step up and be a leader, and he gives a speech basically saying, like, I don't know, we got nothing to lose. Don't worry about Antoine. He's in, he's in our hearts. We don't need him. The coaches are like, yeah, we don't even need to say a word. We're good. Meanwhile,
job,
he's
coach.
talking about a ghost, like literally a ghost helping them cheat. They come out firing. The fucking big guy makes a hook shot 3-pointer,
A la the dude from Prometheus.
a la David.
Yeah, David the droid.
That was so funny. Build the perfect movie basketball team. Well, I picked David from Prometheus because he can ride a bike and make hook shots while he's riding a bike, not looking.
Huh?
Well, that's apparently what the big man did. He makes a hook shot 3. They fight all the way back, and they're down by 2 points. They need Kenny to step up and hit the winner. Antoine's still floating around.
Yeah, he's there.
He's there doing stuff. He's not like interfering in the game, but he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenny goes to shoot, and Antoine goes to receive an alley-oop,
Yep.
because that's the only way he can win games.
Yeah.
But he yells like, Antoine, no, and so he like
You're seeing Wally.
disappears.
Yep.
And the ball goes in.
Let it go, man. That is the part that I remember from this movie.
That's what you remember most? He disappears and the ball goes in and they win the championship. And then Antoine doesn't say goodbye. He just leaves.
Yep.
And Kenny's like, whoa. Like, you put me through all that stuff. You're not even going to say goodbye? And then they have a
Kenny
nice...
chases him
He
down.
has to chase him to the portal to heaven.
Yeah.
And there's
Which
no
is in the
one
top of
in-
the arena.
There's no one in this arena anymore.
Got to clear it out.
Oh,
clear it out.
they
clear it
left.
out.
Out so quickly.
That was the UMass section.
Yeah.
They got out of there. He talks to him in front of the portal, and he's like, I think I'm getting recruited to another game. He's like, I bet you are. Good luck with that. Not say hi to Dad.
Nope.
None of that. Just they have a little cry, and they hug it out, and then that's it. They go, and then we see the Huskies cut down the nets.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, they celebrate cutting down the nets, and RC is very excited, even though her journalism career is down the drain. She's now got an NBA player potentially,
So
but he's only a junior. So they're
Yeah,
like,
That's true.
there's going to be controversy here because the coach said, like, we got one more year, and I think you're wrong about that, coach. I think he's going to the league. He's a lottery pick. Definitely top 14. He's a Jalen Rose type.
Yeah.
Jalen Rose type. All right, that was the sixth man.
Mm-hmm.
Time for Quote Mountain.
I'm going to call the Ghostbusters on your ass.
Okay. That's it?
Or the...
Yeah, I don't know. There was
or
like
better yet, let's go down to the cemetery and get laid. I need some action.
not as quotable as I would have
Yeah.
thought.
You
It's not a
should
very
forget
cool bill.
females. Stick to Nintendo.
Those were really the three funny ones.
I think the funniest line in the movie is Halloween is going to be the bomb this year. That I legit laughed at. That would be my pick.
I think I laughed like out loud at the cemetery one, but
Right.
I thought
Billy, you have to break the tie.
Halloween was a good one too. So
I'll go. Yeah, both. I'll go with the cemetery one.
okay,
All right. Most valuable player?
I mean,
Marlon?
It's got to be Marlon,
Yeah.
right?
It's Marlon. That was easy.
Yeah.
Stats and Goose. Well, there's only one goof. You didn't put enough Wayne's people in this.
Yeah. Big
There
goof.
should have been a bunch more Waynes. They're still good. Like Damon Wayans just showed up on something I was watching, and he was great. And his son, Damon Wayans Jr., funny.
Yep.
He's on Shrinking. I think he's great.
Damon Wayans Jr.
He's in New Girl. Coach.
He was coach. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's Damon Wayans Jr., not Marlon Wayans.
He
Jr.
looks exactly like his dad.
He does. He looks just like the younger version of his dad with hair. All right, we did MVP. Final verdict. It's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
I don't know if it's.
I don't know if it was say way
amazing,
It was
but-
nothing. Like I was surprised by I wasn't super entertained by it, but it also there wasn't stuff that I would have assumed there were a lot of things said in this movie that didn't hold up that were troublesome now.
No.
and there weren't.
nothing.
This was a nothing movie for me. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It just was. It's
Maybe
fine.
my expectations are so low that I was just like, this is going to be a weird movie.
It was a
It
weird
movie.
got some decent stuff in there.
I gotta give it to Marlon Wayne's acting in this movie.
Yeah, he was
He
good.
did a great job with the serious stuff. He did a great job with his bread and butter. Like, I thought I'll give it a 6.5.
That's way too high.
I thought it was a surprisingly good movie.
I'll give it a 5.5.
I'll give it a 6.
Perfect.
go.
I think that's about right. So
It's gonna be too high.
I figured you'd be going a little low. So 5.9 was Blades of Glory.
This is
Wow.
6.1s for Invictus and Gran Turismo.
I think it's more fun than both of those.
I didn't think it was that fun. I don't think it was bad. I just thought it was nothing. It was just
It's definitely a
2 hours of nothing.
It's a middle road.
For the Love of the Game was a 6.0 as well.
Which
I
one's
like
for
that
love of the
better.
game?
That's the
Costner.
Shia LaBeouf,
That's
Oh
better
no,
than this.
no, the golf movie. I'm thinking of.
isn't it?
For the
No.
love of the game is Costner baseball. He plays for the
Yes.
Tigers.
Yes. yes.
He cheats on his girlfriend with
Oh
the
yes,
masseuse.
yes.
That's for the love of the game, which I think is better than this movie.
I
but-
agree.
That's the one where he throws the perfect game.
Yeah, and like the meaningless game against the Yankees.
Yeah. Okay. And then the Replacements was 6.1
It's
after
worse than that.
after the re-rank.
Yeah, Replacements is better than this.
This has to get slotted down a couple.
I think.
It's
So
close.
does-
It's close.
So does Invictus and Gran Turismo. I think they would need to go down too.
Well, we got a re-rank coming up soonish. Soonish, maybe by the summer. Okay, I'm done, which means Wally, you're done. You're up.
Yep.
You're not done. You're up.
I got something here. Let me just see what it
How
was
to
on again.
get ghost penises?
It is on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Is a movie I have not seen yet.
Oh,
boy.
boy.
Oh boy.
It is called Next Goal Wins.
Oh boy.
Is this soccer?
I believe so, yeah.
Is this the newer soccer one?
The 2023. Yeah.
Okay. I have literally no soccer left on my list, so
Taika Waititi Michael Fassbender is the
Fassbender.
coach. That's who it is. Yes.
Who was the other person you said?
Taika Waititi. He's the
What do I know him?
director of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know what you would know him from, but
It's just
Jojo
a name I
Rabbit.
recognize.
You ever seen What We Do in the Shadows?
No. I know of it. I've never
Like
seen
a
it.
funny vampire show.
Yeah.
He does that.
He did Thor: Love and Thunder.
Jojo
Ragnarok.
Rabbit. Have
Yeah.
you seen Jojo Rabbit?
That
That's
was the
him.
Nazi one or something?
Yeah, it was.
I know of it again, but I've not seen it.
Which that was
Good.
That was a very good movie. Yeah,
He's
enjoyed
good.
That.
I like him.
He also did Green Lantern, so you take the good
So
with
there's that
Directed
too.
Green Lantern.
you take the good with the bad.
Ugh. Wow. Wowza. Okay, so Michael Fassbender and big sports movie news.
Oh, he didn't direct. Why does he have Green Lantern on his?
Is he an actor?
Oh, he might have been an actor.
He's
on it,
also an
yeah.
actor. Big sports movie news came out since we did the last podcast, I think. The trailer for Caddyshack 2 came out.
I didn't know
You
that.
see that?
No.
Nope.
Trailer for Caddyshack 2 comes out this summer.
Is Rodney Dangerfield in it?
He's dead, Bill.
So no?
No, not Caddyshack 2. What the fuck am I saying?
I don't know.
Not Caddyshack 2. There is a Caddyshack 2.
Yeah. I
Happy
thought so.
Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh yeah, I did see
What's
something.
wrong?
about
I didn't
that.
actually see it. I know that it's a thing. I've not seen the preview.
Yeah, I didn't.
What
see
am
the
I
preview
saying?
Either,
Happy
but-
Gilmore 2. There's a trailer out. It's coming out this summer. It'll obviously be on a rotation as we get
Yeah.
when that comes out.
Because people seem very excited for it, which is I
Are
hope
you? It's one of your favorites. Like
Well,
I'm skeptical.
Caddyshack 2 is one of your favorites.
didn't
Yes.
they get what's his name back too as Shooter? Isn't he coming
Oh,
back?
Oh, I
God.
hope so.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah.
That guy hasn't acted since he did Shooter McGavin, I don't think. That's all. He's Shooter McGavin in, what was the movie I was watching? Shooter McGavin's in another movie, like a recent movie.
Let's see.
As Shooter McGavin.
Yes, because he's like, something happens. I can't remember if it's like an alien movie or what it was, but like it destroys the golf course or something happens to the golf course and it's him and he's like, God damn it. And it's Shooter McGavin.
Huh. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I forget what movie it is now.
I want to be excited, but there's so many people are like thrilled for this that I feel like it's already expectations. are
Was
too
it
high.
Beverly Hills Cop 4? I think it was Beverly Hills Cop 4. Like the new,
There's a 4.
or no,
for McDonald's?
Axel Foley or AF or whatever. The new one they did last summer.
What
I'm
is
pretty sure that's
Axel
what it is.
Foley?
Beverly Hills Cop character. Axel
Beverly
Foley.
Hills Cop Axel F.
Yeah.
And he plays a golfer.
He plays-
golfer. Is his name.
He's Shooter McGavin. He's literally dressed up like Shooter McGavin.
He plays golfer.
And like
That's funny.
a truck crashes into the thing or whatever, and it's him. Like,
He-
why is he in this?
He's been in stuff.
Yeah, but nothing of value, except for Caddyshack.
Yeah, there's
too.
literally I haven't recognized a single thing that Ballers. Apparently, he was in 13 episodes of Ballers.
Wonderful, great.
Is that the Rock?
I have no idea.
Dwayne
what
the
Ballers
Johnson?
Is, but
Dwayne the Dwayne.
he was the Dallas Cowboys owner in Ballers, so yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Dwayne the Dwayne. All right. So we got the movie. We know about Caddyshack 2,
Yeah.
which is I think a movie that already came out and sucks.
I was gonna say still not the right movie there.
Still not right. It's Happy Gilmore 2. We'll do that. All right, we're done. Peace out.
Ding ding.